Hello and welcome to HawkTalk. It's my Hawk's Geek Culture podcast where we talk about geek stuff, nerdy stuff, and all sorts of awesome. My name is Danny Shepard, and joining me as always is my lovable band of ridiculous men, starting with Jeremy Lee.
Whoop da bam.
Noel Shefflin.
Show me the money, bitch.
Okay. And Tony Smith.
What it do, baby boo?
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. If you guys like the show, be sure to support us over on Patreon. It helps us out immensely. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure to subscribe to it. Help us out. It helps grow the brand and whatnot. We're also releasing the new Off the Rails and ISMA vlogs very soon. We got caught up with the newest minute matchup, and that has been taking up a lot of our time, so we haven't been able to shoot those episodes just yet. We shot the first episode of the ISMA vlogs actually last night. So we're going to try to get... Yes, we're going to try to get that out as soon as possible. So guys, please stay tuned. This is a pretty full episode. We got a lot to talk about, so we're going to just dive right in. So moving forward, we're going to start the show with a brand new segment we call the ISMA Hawk Geek Fact of the Day, the ISMA Facts, if you will. And we're going to give you some sort of geek culture, comic book related fun fact. And presenting that fun fact this week is Jeremy. What is this week's fun fact?
That was it. I surrender. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it.
Yeah,
that's a fun fact.
This week's fun fact concerns a single X-Men.
An X-Man.
Yes, an X-Man. Cyclops. So did you know that Cyclops lasers... No.
His optic blasts.
Optic blast. Optic blast. Optic blast. Anyway, they're not lasers, by the way, I made that mistake. They don't generate any heat, only concussive force. And sometimes even the writers don't know that, or they make fun of it. So there's a panel in a comic where you see Cyclops lighting birthday candles with his optic blasts. You can't do that. They don't generate heat. They're just concussive force. They literally punch you in the face.
Wait.
That actually makes sense because anytime he gets hit by anyone gets hit by any of his optic blasts, like I would expect something extremely lethal to happen because I always thought it was a laser.
Yeah.
It's not.
Lazy.
Well, I mean, it's still pretty lethal. Concussive, like hitting you like a freight train.
No, don't. Yeah, good point. Good point.
Concussive. What a great word.
Yeah.
That's a great word. I'm going to use that.
So that fact is the source is from Uncanny X-Men number 391 and number 502.
Go ahead and check it for yourselves, guys. That's pretty interesting that the writers and illustrators actually make the mistake.
Yeah, they make that mistake too.
That's hilarious.
I actually didn't know that before this.
Yeah.
That makes me want to twerk.
Well, there you go, guys.
That's really interesting to me, too, because, like, I don't want to, like, dive too much into this, but they're red. It's red, so it's even more confusing.
It's a little confusing.
It's like the red. So
in the movies, though, like, whenever he uses his optic blast, it looks like it generates... fiery, and it generates
it
heat,
almost
too.
like fire, so it's like that makes sense.
Because,
that
like, whenever he blasts through something, doesn't it leave, like, a trail of embers and, like, it's smoldering?
Like the gas is
Interesting.
like the heat.
Wait, in the movies it does that?
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to watch it.
It has, like, the heat waves.
It's hilarious that they messed that up. It's like, I mean, that's pretty funny. That there's
My
not
suspension
like a
of
list.
disbelief is not broken.
Yeah, I mean,
I like how that's the one thing we're like, that's silly that a comic book movie didn't do that. Yeah, that's the one thing, guys.
So this is a pretty full episode. So let's just dive right into to the first segment of the day, the first topic, which will be they just announced a new title for Star Wars Episode 8.
Oh my God.
The Last Jedi.
I flexed everything!
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, I concur.
I felt the same way. This is the first Star Wars movie with the words red.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
You son
up
of
with
a
that?
bean snatcher. I was gonna talk about that. How dare you incite that?
I'm sorry,
How dare you?
I'm a bean
How dare
snatcher?
you? You're a bean snatcher.
How dare you notice and address one of the only
Listen here.
changes?
No, don't take it
in
away.
this
Don't take it
poster?
away from me. I was gonna say it, and you took it from me. I'll remember that.
There's really only two things to talk about in this poster.
I thought it was brown.
Well,
Just kidding. I knew it was red. I knew it was red because no one uses brown in their logos.
he goes, I thought it was brown.
I will be perfectly honest. I did not realize it was red until someone specifically said, I love how the text is red now. And I was like, oh, it is red. Color blindness, everyone.
I knew it was different.
Yeah, something was different about it. I just
Yes.
couldn't tell what.
That's hilarious.
I love it. I think it really kind of raises questions there, guys.
Yeah,
like, why is it red? And does anybody know who the Last Jedi is? Did you guys do a little?
Yeah,
bit
are
of
we all
research?
gonna discuss? I didn't do
Luke
any
Skywalker.
I didn't do
Yeah.
any research, but I assumed that the Last Jedi is Rey.
No. Oh well, I mean,
it could be a double meaning.
Oh no. Is there an article about
I mean,
this?
no,
'Cause
I,
didn't
I
read
did a
it.
little bit of research. I only
Okay.
kind of went back in my head, and then I kind of went on Twitter and was like, I kind of just dived right in, just went off the rails into the internet, and I found that the last crawl, the intro crawl in Episode 7 said Luke Skywalker, comma, the Last Jedi, period.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shoot. So
Because I'm assuming that Rey doesn't become a Jedi in the course of a single movie. She's still
Yeah.
a Padawan, if anything.
of course. I
Um,
mean, that was
some people say that it's like, oh, spoiler, The Last Jedi. Does that mean like Luke is gonna die or something? No, I don't think that confirms anything. This is how I imagined the trilogy would go, because it's like a 3-part play, basically 3 acts. First act, you introduce new characters. Everyone. Force Awakens. You're coming into this world. The second act is like the biggest challenge for the protagonists, and it represents the the no more hope. There's
Yeah.
no hope left. Like
All
in
is
the
lost.
original trilogy, how the Empire Strikes Back. Like this is the, what did they call it?
All is lost
All is
moment.
lost moment.
Yeah, the all is lost moment. And then I'm assuming the third movie will be like something to do with Return of Hope, something like that, and
Makes sense.
the triumphant finale.
It seems like they're mirroring the original trilogy
Mm-hmm.
in a way. So I feel like it's gonna. They already announced that this is going to be the darkest film. This will be a good amount darker than the first film.
Cool.
I was talking to Hal about this actually before we came up here, and he was talking about like we were just talking about like the possibility of if Luke ended up dying and how he felt about the first reboot, or soft reboot, Force Awakens, and basically we were talking about it, and I was like, I think that it looks like this is a soft reboot. So I think that the original characters like Luke and Han and Leia are probably not going to play a major part in these stories moving forward. Like I think Luke will in this movie, but I don't know if he's going to in the last movie because that would take away from Rey's journey. That would take away
just
from
like-
Kylo Ren's journey.
Exactly. Just like Empire Strikes Back wasn't necessarily about Yoda. It was about Yoda helping Luke, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I
some
feel like
people are
that's different,
saying
but
that
yeah.
Luke isn't gonna, Luke isn't taking a step back in this because the official Facebook page for Star Wars the caption literally said, what was it? The next chapter in the Skywalker story, which people are assuming that Luke is gonna play a part, but then you never know. There's gonna be another Skywalker popping up somewhere.
I'm
Maybe.
still convinced. I mean, technically, Kylo Ren is a Skywalker.
Yeah.
He is Skywalker blood, but
Blood.
but I still think that Rey is somehow related, is somehow a Skywalker.
Oh yeah. And I also think that she's the last Jedi. Like I think Luke is the last Jedi, but I think Luke is going to die, and then
Pass the torch.
Rey will then be the last Jedi.
Pass the torch, the lightsaber.
There's something that bothers me about that. I'm not gonna lie.
what?
And me and Hal were talking about this as well. Like, Return of the Jedi is about the return of the Jedi. And then in Force Awakens, they're all gone again.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah,
like,
that's
dang,
hard.
dude.
It's like,
Like-
can we just get like Jedi?
We didn't even have a movie with Jedi,
Yeah.
like with full Jedi.
We
It
have
was-
to go back to like Old Republic trailers of games that,
Yeah.
who, by the way, those games were, they were those games. So they weren't. I mean, it's just like in the sense of like,
But the cinematics were amazing.
Yeah, the cinematics contrasted to the game. It was just like, oh man, I really wish this would look like the trailer.
It was an MMO, man.
Of
I
course.
don't know what you were expecting.
I mean, I'm sorry. I was a young man who didn't play games all day long. I guess I had the wrong impression, but my bad. But I just went into it and I was like, oh wow, this is not anything that I thought it would be. So I wish I could not have to do that to see Jedi.
Yeah.
To actually see Jedi fight Sith.
I mean, they were in the original trilogy, or the prequel trilogy.
Not really. I mean, they were there, but you didn't really get to see a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, you really didn't.
you got to see the stuff that I did see. I remember not being a huge fan of. like
I mean, the episode
Clone Wars.
The episode 1.
At least you get to see like the Jedi Council and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. But like, I'd want to see
And
like
then
development there.
Just that battle in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
that's
in
what
the
I meant, Attack of the Clones.
Coliseum.
Yeah.
Geonosis.
Oh no, I remember
Was that
that. That
Geonosis?
was cool. I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I knew. Okay, please don't yell at me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
I still think The Force Awakens was the best business decision Disney and Lucasfilm could have made.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
now, like, they're passing the torch, introducing new characters in a way where new fans and old fans can relate to. And then now they can head in any direction they want. And The Last Jedi really doesn't spoil anything, but it kind of hints at them passing the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you have a Star Wars movie, or at least in the canon trilogies, to not have any Jedi in it. So even if Luke does die, someone else is going to become a Jedi.
Oh, of course. And that's your girl.
Because that skill, that, I guess, tradition won't die out so
Yeah.
easily.
I'm interested to see Kylo Ren's arc.
Can you imagine an entire galaxy and there's only one Jedi left when there used to be thousands?
Yeah, man.
That, man, Order 66 kind of messed people up.
Yeah, bros.
Yep.
Hella took
Definitely
them
left
out.
an impact.
Execute Order 66.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cool. Any final thoughts on The Last Jedi?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really give...
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Excited AF. I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind. I really have no clue what they're gonna do, and I think that's really cool. It's not like there's not like this little box that they have to kind of stay in. I mean, they have to stay in to a certain extent, but not too much.
Yeah.
Especially considering how we saw what the, I guess the potential with Rogue One, and when they say, "Oh, it's gonna be dark," I'm like, "Oh, dope."
Yeah, Rogue One was dark.
I'm
Dope.
excited to
I'm
see
calling
Snoke.
it right now on episode 101 of HawkTalk that Star Wars The Last Jedi will top worldwide box office of $1 billion within 40 days.
Wow. I hope that's true.
I don't think it's going to have the same impact that Episode 7 had.
No, definitely not. But like this is still gonna. Okay, no, let me redact that. Let me rephrase. Well, no,
Dead air.
no, it'll still like top $1 billion. I don't know
I was-
if within 40 days or not, but like
It'll
I
still
mean, like,
definitely
net,
be.
are you talking
I
about
think
like
this
net?
will be generally more well received than Force Awakens.
Okay.
Or at least
Oh,
not
yeah.
as polarizing.
Yeah, I don't think there's any disputing that.
I feel like Rogue One kind of reeled people in that kind of had doubts.
Yeah. People were so butthurt about Force Awakens, man.
Some
I
people.
get it.
Well,
but-
okay. Well, the general audience, it's polarizing for the general audience for Rogue One, just because they're used to just seeing happy, good old Star Wars, not like straight up war movie. Everyone dies. Rogue One.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
what? Okay.
Yeah.
That was dope.
But I fucking love Rogue One.
I
Oh
laugh
my
it.
God,
I like
love
Rogue
it
One a lot.
So
I laugh
much.
it.
Cool.
That was the Star Wars movie I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Rogue One?
Yeah.
Nice.
Rogue One was great.
Everything
Wait, no,
about
wait,
it.
like so you're anticipating it to be better than anything else, or you were waiting to see something like that put to fruition.
That.
Okay,
Because
got
I
it.
want to see a
Brought
Star
to
Wars
fruition,
movie
I
in
apologize.
that style, with that kind of weight
Yeah.
to
Right.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
I don't know if we'll see one like that for a while.
No, probably not.
Let's move on to the next topic.
On to the next one.
On to the next.
Power Rangers just dropped a trailer.
Power Rangers, more than meets the eye.
Nope.
I don't.
That's not it.
Power Rangers. When you hear your family.
Power Rangers, when you hear your family. Dude,
Power Rangers, have it your way.
there was a lot of people who didn't like this trailer, still think this movie is going
Oh
to be
my
bad.
god, it looks so cool. I'm so hyped.
This looks like the best bad movie of the year.
Yes, it's
Right?
the best popcorn flick. Like just turn your mind off going.
It's the best Razzie movie of the year.
Yes,
Yes.
and I'm excited about
It's
it.
so fun. Like, dude, you're not excited about this movie? What are you expecting? Citizen Kane? The Godfather?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
dude.
What?
Yes, I did. Yes.
It's probably going to be Transformers 1 if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky. Dude, seeing everything in motion is
Oh, it definitely works a lot better
works
in motion.
so much better in motion. I've got so many thoughts on this.
Yeah, dude, I'm Super
It looks so cool.
I love Zordon, dude. I
Yes.
love
Zordon
the way
looks
Zordon
fucking
looks.
cool.
Yes.
Looks cool, man.
That's the
So
best
dope.
way to revisualize something that was so dated.
what
Agreed.
else did that? There was another effect in a film that did that.
Are you talking about like Man of Steel style with
Yes,
the,
that's what it
in the
was.
ship?
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out what it was.
I gotta say that I was talking to Noel and Jeremy about this when the day the trailer dropped. Like the concept designs and the overall art direction of the film, as a huge Power Rangers fan growing up, like it doesn't totally work for me. I feel like it's too far a departure from what I really, really wanted. And I still disagree with a lot of the choices they made aesthetically, specifically like the Megazord, I think was the thing that I was just like, dude, I don't know
Yeah.
about that. But I gotta say, seeing everything in motion, I don't agree with the design and the aesthetic choices, but the story feels Power Rangers to me. And there's just enough campiness and cheesiness, especially toward the end of the trailer when it was like the epic action shots. And I was just like, yes, oh my God, yes, this is what I wanted from a Power Rangers
I
movie.
wonder
This
if
is
they're gonna
exactly
have
what I wanted.
an explosion behind every pose.
Oh my God. Like when you see them all jump down in the 3-point landing, I
Yeah.
was like, yes. And then
Yes.
when their suits formed on them, I was like, okay, yes. And then when you see the Zords all running through the streets, I was like, yes, okay, good.
And then the
boy,
final
Goldar.
shot, straight up Megazord punching the other.
Goldar?
Yeah, Goldar.
And I don't really love the designs of either of those two, but
It just
that
looks
looks awesome.
That just looks
I can't
fucking
wait.
cool.
Goldar looks cool. I mean,
I love the designs.
I don't
Goldar.
want to say that I loved them. I didn't necessarily mind them so
Yeah.
much. Like that wasn't something I was conscious of right when I saw it. Or like, oh yeah, I don't agree with that.
See-
I kind of would just kind of overpass that because I was just honestly really shocked.
Yeah.
That I was like, I am actually enjoying
Right?
this.
Yeah.
Why do I want to see this
See
so
the
bad?
art direction.
Right?
I'm willing to put the art direction, like just force that on my mind and just suspend my disbelief.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it looks cool in motion. The action looks dope, and
Fuck yeah.
I want to see Power Rangers beat some
There's
fools
just a
up.
lot
Yeah.
of heart in it. You can tell like when they're in the pool and you can see the colors. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
such a cool idea. Like
Yeah.
that is so awesome. It's what a great touch.
See,
dude.
I just want to see Power Rangers beating people up,
Same.
and it looks like we're gonna get that.
Yeah.
So
I like the way that they did the what do they call them the golems.
Oh, the golems. They look like golems. No, you're talking about the putties.
The putties. That's
The
what it
putties were
is.
excellently done.
putties.
The putties look
Yeah.
good. No, because they look like they're actual like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
getting built from items around them.
Yeah.
And they're not just dudes in like spandex
On
who
that
get
point,
kicked and then shake.
Yeah, on that point, I think that, in my opinion, like, I literally just said that I'm not a huge fan of the art direction, but I think the things that I see as total improvements, so like that is better than the original in every way, in my opinion, is Zordon and the putties. Because I'm like, you guys
Okay.
nailed it with those two. Like, they look freaking awesome.
yeah, that's pretty
I
accurate.
feel the same way, but also with Alpha 5.
I was just about to say that.
I
really like Alpha
absolutely
5. Even
adore the new design.
you didn't like it when the image was
the
released, right?
Yeah, the first time I saw the picture, I was like, this is
See,
interesting.
Yeah,
when
the
I saw
concept
that
art looks-
picture, and then now seeing it in the trailer, I'm still down because like seeing the picture, I still liked it.
Yeah.
that was genius the way they envisioned it because they're for aliens.
Yeah, man.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? What are you aliens? Aliens don't look like someone with aluminum foil hats on with
Yeah.
fucking
Football
cardboard.
head.
I get what you're saying. When I saw the concept art of Alpha 5, I was like, no. What is
Yeah,
what
a
is
lot
with
of
the eye-
people-
what
a
is
lot
with
of
the
people said that.
eyeballs?
I
But
like that.
in motion, I was like, feels right.
Also,
with
it's
the
Bill
aesthetic
Hader, right?
of the universe.
It is Bill Hader. Yeah. And
How
then
can
it's
you
like,
not love Bill
okay.
Freaking Heisenberg is Zordon. Yes, please.
Like what? All right. Okay.
I saw him
I'll
at the
see
TV
it.
awards while I was at the Hilton in LA shooting something. Like, I saw a lot of people actually, and I shot
my
Enrique.
dad?
What?
Iglesias.
What?
Yeah, Enrique Iglesias
Nice.
there. Like, Bill Hader was in the lobby. He was packing up his backpack. He was just like putting stuff in his backpack and zipping up. I was just walking right through the front door, and he picked up his backpack, turned around, and we both made eye contact. And he knew that I knew who he was, and because I was like, straight away, and just walk.
That's great.
And I just walked away. It was good. I just
You're a
left.
person.
You.
You're yeah. Hi.
You're famous.
You're
man,
cool.
that's great.
Love you.
The thing about this new trailer, the thing that happened with this new trailer for me is it allowed me to finally suspend my disbelief. I think when you're just seeing concept art and pictures and that first trailer that didn't show you anything, it sort of builds this, like, as a huge Power Ranger fan as a kid, this frustration of, like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're doing, and I see all these design choices that are very confusing to me. Like, I get what they're trying to do. They're really playing up the alien thing like crazy. And I don't know how I feel about it. But then when I saw that trailer, I was like finally understanding what direction they're going for in the new movie. And I was at that point, I was able to finally suspend my disbelief and be like, okay, cool. I can watch this and appreciate it for what it is and stop and like kind of let my childhood go a little bit. Which
It's so interesting how like so attached you are to that aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm not-
That like you that it like directly affects how you feel about the entire art direction of this movie.
Some people overreact too much. Like, dude, this movie's coming out. There's still the original season. Go watch that if you don't like this.
you guys know I didn't overreact that much. I was never going, oh, this is fucking trash. I was never
No,
like,
no, I'm
I was
saying
always just like,
everyone
I don't
else
know.
out there.
Yeah, everybody else is overreacting for sure. But I was always like, I don't know what they're doing here, and it's very confusing. That was more my perspective. Just because, like, you see we saw the Adi Shankar project and the Power / Rangers, and you can tell that this is taking a lot of influence from that and from his work. And so, like, I was looking at it, and I guess the thing is that I've always wanted to make a Power Ranger movie. Like, that was always something that I really always wanted to do. And
Yeah, you did.
yeah, and we did with Power Rangers versus Voltron, and then you kind of see the aesthetic that given the opportunity, what we would have done. And honestly, like for the costumes we did in Power Rangers versus Voltron, I would have armored them out too.
Yeah.
But I would have made them armored out versions of like the designs that we had.
Yeah, I would have armored it out too.
Yeah. But like obviously that was a budgetary constraint. But like the way we designed the helmets, I thought was the way I would have liked it to see. And so I think that is why it was so hard for me, is because it's just a project I have always wanted to do my whole life.
Gotcha.
And now I not only don't have the opportunity, it's the design choices are something that that are totally something that I wouldn't have done. And now, but watching the trailer, I'm able to appreciate them for what they are. I'm not complaining about it. I'm actually like quite excited to see something new and different.
Yeah, same here. I love the design of this. I think those suits look dope.
Yeah.
I love the suits. Now I'm excited to see the Zords in action.
One of my favorite shots is the shot of them crawling like through the dirt,
Yeah,
with the
dude.
embers and everything. It's like, oh, that's cool.
The suits look so much better in motion. It is ridiculous.
I wonder if they're gonna have different abilities.
Oh, please.
Like if they have powers or they have weapons.
like
I
in
hope
the
so.
original 90s Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
When like the Yellow Ranger turned her helmet into a headlamp, and then the Red Ranger had
mean-
that weird visor thing.
Something cooler. Yeah.
Like a scanner. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, but it was just it just
Yeah.
showed them kind of having different
Purpose.
abilities.
A headlamp?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like her helmet had like the eyes in the tiger.
Dude.
Oh, yes, I
Headlights.
remember. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I know what's going to
What
happen.
if-
I have an idea. I have an idea.
Do you
of what's
think the
gonna
Green
happen.
Ranger is gonna
Yes.
show up at
Yes.
any time?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
they're just keeping it under wraps right now.
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you,
Got
know
it.
for, do you know for sure?
No, I don't
Okay.
know for sure, but I have a really good idea that
It's
he
funny
is.
how we have to ask that now because we have so many contacts.
Go ahead.
I've been talking a lot, and I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
did you guys see the power coin? The green power coin.
Yes, I did. I
That's
saw
in
that
Rita
in her hand.
Repulsa's staff.
Yes, I saw that.
It's in
Yep.
her staff.
So
There's
she's
the
a
same,
fallen.
same power coin.
Ooh.
All right, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nice.
Go ahead.
No, that's
So someone.
Oh, is that what you were gonna say? Oh,
That's what I was going to say.
Someone might come across that.
So I think that what had happened is she's a fallen ranger, or she somehow turned on Zordon, and she's trying to take the Power Rangers.
What?
She's trying to take the Power Rangers' power slowly but surely. Because there's a shot of her going to the Pink Ranger, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you see her building like her stuff is building as she's like she's taking power from her, and then and I also think she's grabbing gold over the course of the movie. That's how she makes Goldar, and then at one point the Red Ranger has to fight her, and he's like almost about to lose, and then we see the Green Ranger come in, like he gets introed. Maybe we don't see him maybe we see him at the end, right? Like they're gonna do some like end credit scene or something, but like. I have a really good idea, and he's gonna like grab his, and they're like, oh!
Everyone's
Like,
gonna be like,
dude!
flex everything.
Yeah. Like, ah! Yeah.
Did you have an idea?
No, I was just gonna say I really hope and think that the Green Ranger will be in it.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that the guy, what was the
Jason David Frank?
Yeah, I hope that he's not in it. I really, 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 really hope that he's not in it.
I
Why?
highly doubt he's in it.
I think he said he's not in it.
Fantastic. Oh yeah. That's right. He did. That's cooler. But I'm excited. I hope.
You hope he's not the Green Ranger? You just hope he's not in it at all?
both.
Both. Got it. Okay. Well, I think that'd be really cool to see the Green Ranger because obviously, I mean,
He's
I
my
feel
favorite.
like yeah. I mean, he's
Second.
been your favorite or was your favorite
Yeah.
at one point.
Red Ranger, then Green Ranger, then Black Ranger were my favorites. And looking at how Zach, the Black Ranger, is in the trailer of this new movie, I feel like he's going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Already just watching the trailer, I was like, I already like this dude.
Zach was
Yeah.
my favorite, and then the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
and then probably the Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
I liked the Red Ranger for a really long time, and then does anybody remember the White Ranger?
Yeah, of course.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my
Version of the suit.
That was my
that was a
absolute
pretty dope
favorite
suit.
version. That was my favorite version.
And
with
he had the
gold
cool
wings.
Yep, he had the cool Zord.
Oh,
the
Do you know
freaking Falcon.
why? Do you know why he became
No.
the White Ranger?
I think I know why.
Why?
Is because in the original, the Green Ranger's a bad guy, right? And like,
Yeah.
state.
But, no, he joins the team.
Okay, he joins the team.
And so if you guys aren't aware, the Power Rangers is based off of a Japanese show called Super Sentai. ZU Ranger, something like that. It's Japanese. That's what it's based off of. And they basically take the footage from the Japanese show and then they use it for the American show. So that's why they film in New Zealand now, because New Zealand looks more like Japan, so they can match the footage better. That's why when you're watching the original Power Rangers as a kid, all of a sudden they're like in a park and then they cut to like a city. They're like in a city now, just fighting in a city. And then as a kid, you're like, suspend your disbelief. It's like, whatever.
It's like,
But
whatever.
now it's like, you look at it and you're like, wait a minute, how the hell did they get to that city?
Wait a minute. Do they? This is a different place.
Yeah.
It's a different place.
So just to make this quick, in the original show, in the Super Sentai, the Green Ranger was same story. Bad guy turns good guy, but then he gets killed.
That's what it was. He got killed.
Gets killed, but they didn't want to just kill off Tommy, especially in the American show. So they had him lose his powers. And then they took the costume from another show, basically like the following series after Super Sentai, or after ZU Ranger or whatever, and they took the white tiger costume, which is why they all changed Zords as well, and they used the Thunder Zords instead of the Megazord that we were familiar with, because they ran out of footage. It's a budgetary thing.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who do we remember which studio produced Power Rangers?
Saban.
Saban. Got it. Oh, I remember. Yeah, because the lightning bolt. I remember.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beans.
We're all excited about it.
I just really hope we get to hear Nickelback.
Oh, dude. And they say that a hero can save you.
It's not going to stand here and wait. I hold on to the wings of the eagle and watch you as we all fly away.
I think
And they're watching us.
I'm not finishing.
I'm sorry, guys.
All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Brap.
Boom! Logan just came out with a brand new trailer.
Dude.
Young Logan. This is, oh my
dude.
God, dude. Every trailer looks so cool. And this is the first time you see X-23.
Dude.
Like, confirmed. Her claws come out. Yes! Oh my God.
That opening
She
scene.
messes people
Not
up. That
okay.
Red Band trailer? No.
Not okay.
No.
Not okay.
Dude, Professor X says the F word.
Yeah,
That
dude.
was crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm fucking 90. And you're-
Like, oh,
I did not see that coming.
Like, whoa, holy moly.
They're really playing that up.
Yeah, they got a lot of F-bombs they can use since it's rated R. So.
Hell yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited. So excited.
You actually watched this trailer, no? You never watch trailers, so
Yep.
this is surprising that you watched this one.
Yeah, I did it for this fucking show.
So break it down, man. Give us your thoughts.
Oh man. So I'm excited as for he's been playing Wolverine for almost 20 years, and this is the first time we're seeing him in an R-rated movie. That in itself is ridiculous, but I'm really excited about that because this looks so violent, dude. It's so bloody, and I love that.
Yes.
X-23 is a badass character.
he looks
I can't
so
wait to-
tired.
Yeah, he looks like a sleepy little bitch.
No.
Sleeping
There's a
Beauty.
difference between being tired and sleepy.
I'm both.
No.
Were there
I am legend.
Back to the subject.
were there aspects of the trailer that you guys weren't expecting to see?
I
That
wasn't.
wire work. I'm just kidding.
I wasn't
No,
expecting.
I was expecting that.
I wasn't.
No, I wasn't
assuming
expecting to see
positive intent.
X-23 mess people up. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was like,
Me either.
oh wow, she's like really going ham and pork.
Shut up.
Yes.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I didn't have an idea going into watching this trailer. I was just excited to see it, so I didn't really. All of it was so new to me. For me. It's also interesting too because I keep thinking like this is not the same world. This can't be the same world. Like this is just so much different.
You saw the first trailer, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously Hugh Jackman comes out in an interview and he's like, "Yeah, no, this is different." He's like, "This is." I mean,
The director came out and said that was misinterpreted. It is. He must have meant that it's just in a
in the
point in time we have
Yes.
never seen because it
it's-
takes. Yeah, it's
I
20.
know. That's what I meant. Yeah, I meant that like I've never seen this
kind
universe
of X-Men movie.
like this.
Look like this. Look
So
and
it's in the
feel
same
like this.
universe, it's same continuity, like same timeline.
I think that's what
Yeah.
he's implying. That's what the director was implying when he was correcting Hugh Jackman's statement.
This is just getting more and more confusing.
That's
Yeah.
the-
If you guys aren't aware, Hugh Jackman said that basically offhandedly said that this is like kind of a different universe, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. This could be a different universe almost because it's so different. And then the director came out and was like, you guys misunderstood that statement. That's not really what was meant.
James Mangold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically said that this is still in the timeline. So
based
unless
off of the Wolverine.
I guess so, unless there's something that contradicts it in the film itself.
Are we talking about Days of Future Past timeline, like the
No, this is like
original?
current timeline.
So this is
Post Days of Future Past, apparently.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
Yes, it's very confusing. Let's
So
just
not-
watch the movie
So
and
not
go from there.
original trilogy timeline.
I don't think so.
That's a different timeline.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think the Sentinels were running amok in this timeline.
I'm running amok.
You look at the Days of Future Past and they're wearing like this dystopian future armor and stuff like that, and that's like nowhere to be found in this. This is completely different.
Yeah.
Well,
This
didn't
looks like The Last
didn't
of
they break
Us.
that timeline when
Straight up
they
Last
went
of
back?
Us.
Yeah, they hit
Yeah,
the
which
reset
is-
button.
So I have a question. When they went back, do they stay there?
What?
So when they went back, you know how they went back? Did they go back to their own timeline or do they stay there? That's my
So
question.
it was Wolverine's consciousness that went back into his
So
old
he actually-
body.
He did not go back.
Nobody technically went back in
That's
time. It was transference of his
Convoluted as
consciousness,
shit.
right? Which means
Yeah.
that
Correct.
that nobody traveled through time. They just created an alternate timeline where, so like, I guess the timeline is like this, right? And then Days of Future Past is here. And what they did was they went back in time and then created an alternate timeline like that. So I imagine time travel is confusing.
True.
Did I explain that right?
No, you explained that exactly right.
Okay, yeah, it's very. And some people in the comments are like, "It's not that confusing." Well, I mean, when you think about it, when you're
No, it's not
Well,
confusing.
it can be.
No, you're right. It's not confusing. It's just,
Time travel
it doesn't
is
make
like
sense.
one of the most complicated things to try and
Yeah.
convey
Because
in film.
Because it's the idea is that we think of time as this thing that you can go back on. like it's like a book, right? And you could just go back on pages and go back to where it was at, and it's not how it works. Like in reality,
because if you go back to a previous page and you change something, all the rest of the pages change.
exactly,
after that.
and you can never go back to over here.
Yeah,
But
but then some people explain it like instead of a physical book, maybe it's a digital book. So you make changes, you save a separate copy of that file. So now you have 2 copies
Yeah,
of the file.
I'm done with this conversation.
So
So you're trying to jump between like this file and this file,
No,
but then you're
I'm
you're
done.
making a movie in this file later in the pages, but then you trying to refer to other pages in this file. It doesn't connect, guys.
404.
I think that's the thing about time travel is it's still so theoretical that there's no
Yeah.
hard and fast rules about what makes sense and what doesn't. Like, what are the repercussions
Yeah.
of traveling back in time?
Interesting.
Only
Back
music.
to the Future is my favorite kind of like time travel, like the
Yeah.
way they explain it and the way that the physics work behind it.
Yeah.
That was the most fun.
Yeah.
Also, Looper was really good.
Looper was
Looper was
great.
dope.
Looper was great.
Loved
Yes.
that concept.
Um,
And JGL, and also Bruce Willis. So there's
yeah.
that.
I mean, who directed that? He's
Me.
doing not you. He's doing Ryan Johnson. He's doing episode 8.
Yeah.
Dude.
Great.
Full circle.
Cool. So,
Logan, one last thing on Logan.
Go for it.
You asked what I wasn't expecting from the trailer. I definitely wasn't expecting Xavier to drop an F-bomb. But
Yeah.
that makes me so excited because just I don't know, they're old and tired. They're fucking over it. So like I don't know, I just can't wait to see how they do it.
I can imagine if they're in this kind of state, what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I mean, could it be worse than what you guys have already gone through? Okay, yes, it can be. Got it. Okay, it's like that whole idea of like, well, at least it's not raining, and then it starts raining, and then you just you just look at the person who said it, like
really?
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's he looks for me. Actually, I will say this: when I went into it, this idea, even after specifically because of the Wolverine, I was just given more of a reason why to think Wolverine is completely unbeatable. He's invincible. Seeing him bleed,
Yeah, like
and really bleed.
Yeah.
and you're like
the entire
whoa.
trailer he's bleeding.
Like you're like
He's bleeding the
and
entire
he's bleeding,
trailer.
and then he has like stitches. And
Yeah.
you're like, wait a minute, why does he have stitches?
Yeah.
Like, is he starting to lose his power? Like, what?
it's rough. It's rough to kind of see it just in the trailer. I imagine it's going to
Yeah.
be rough when you see the
I mean,
movie.
I wonder why
Yeah.
he looks like this.
Yeah. I wonder where in the movie this is.
I wonder if he's gonna die at the end of it.
I hope not, but I would understand if he did. I would
Yeah.
understand.
I would understand.
Before we go to the next topic, somewhat on this topic, there was a picture released. I can't remember whose Twitter. It was either Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman, but it was Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and Pierce Brosnan all hanging out together.
Oh my God. Can I go? Let's get some whiskey, guys. I want to go.
So I guess that's where the rumors of Pierce Brosnan as
Cable.
Cable are coming from.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Pierce Brosnan?
Nothing's wrong with Pierce Brosnan. I don't think he could be Cable, though.
My money.
I think it would be funny if they had Pierce
Your
Brosnan
money.
as a cameo in like as James Bond. That would seem that would seem very Deadpool to me.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
My money is on Ron Perlman. That's who I want.
Oh.
I want him as Cable, please.
Ron Perlman
Oh,
is
yeah.
dope.
Dude,
Ron
they,
Perlman, when are you going to do Hellboy 3? Come on.
Yeah, they
They were-
talked about that. didn't
Jeez.
They talked about something.
they said that the script is in development, and
Yeah.
he said that there are very real meetings that are happening.
Yes,
This is-
good. Good. Very good.
I'm glad that Jeremy's happy.
Cool. Moving on to the next one.
Injustice 2, the injustining.
Injustice
That was good. That was
2,
a good one.
the injustice in anything. Dude, this game looks awesome. The villain is Brainiac. Have you guys seen how many characters are going to be in this game?
There's a lot of
36,000.
That's not right.
That's not correct.
Why did you
I
say
don't
the
think so.
accurate
Always
number?
misquote
The real
everything.
number.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know, you guys. I don't know how to read. That's what I thought I read.
Each variation and each costume of the character is a new character. Kinda
No,
like
that's not true.
Tenkaichi
You're
Budokai 3.
Spreading false information.
Damn it, guys. How many characters are there going to be? Does anybody know?
It looks like roughly in the 30s range.
Wow.
Red
They've
Hood better be in
revealed-
there.
Yeah, I think they've revealed like 11 or like 12. Like not that many. And
Yo,
so
who's gonna get that special edition though?
you
All of
already
us.
know that.
You already know that.
Whoa.
That's the motto. YOLO.
If you
Sorry.
guys want to see us stream Injustice 2, we will be doing that. We're going to start streaming on the Ismahawk Twitch account. We're going to try to start streaming on that Twitch account every single day or almost every day. It'll be different pairings of each of us. So we're going to try to do at least 2 people. And we're going to be streaming with my girlfriend Angela at Lady Doombots on Instagram. And then we're also going to be streaming with Hal as well. So
Hell
the
yeah.
6 of
Hell
us
yeah.
are going to be actively streaming weekly on the Ismahawk Twitch account. So be sure to follow that. We'll let you guys know when we're going to start it up. And we're going to start with like Injustice and 1 and stuff like that. And then we'll move on to Injustice 2 when it comes out. In May 19th.
We'll
I think
play
I said it was.
Injustice
you guys
3
know
while it's
I've
still in
only
development.
played Injustice, the first game, like 3 times.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
You got your ass kicked every time, huh?
No, I think I won once.
Dude, play as Aquaman. He
I think I
is
played you.
broken.
Did you
One
poke
once.
your butt?
Did I poke my butt? No, Jeremy. What?
What characters? What characters are you excited to see in this?
Red Hood. I'm
Nightwing.
excited to see Red Hood because he's going to be in it, and if he's not, there's no. If
Red
he's
Hood.
not, he's
Red
going
Hood.
to be in
Red
it.
Hood.
30 characters. If Red Hood isn't in it, we freaking riot.
Yeah, I will rip dicks off.
Dude, did you see what
Hey, Brian. Can you like give us a hint? Is Red Hood in it?
Brian, just like text
please,
us,
please.
PM us, or
Throw us
DM
a
us,
bone,
dude.
man. Throw us a chicken bone.
Did you see that Ed Boon tweeted out? He's like, which Red Hood would you, if we put Red Hood in.
Yeah, I saw that, dude.
Yeah, he's like, if we put Red Hood in Injustice 2, which version would you want? The Joker,
Joker or
one
Jason?
or the Jason? And it's just like, Ed Boon, you know the answer to that question.
You know.
Don't fuck around, dude.
Don't
we
fuck
know you
with us,
know.
Ed
We know,
Boon.
we know what you're doing, man. You know, Ed Boon's awesome. I love Mortal Kombat.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't you fuck with me.
Don't.
Any other
on.
characters you would like to see from the DC universe who weren't in the first game?
Weren't in the
That's the
first
thing.
game.
I don't really.
Oh, you didn't play the
I-
first
I-
game, so you don't
I-
really
I
know.
don't
But
know.
what about you, Jer?
Wally West.
Wally West
That's
was
an
in the first
alternate
game.
Flash. No,
I'd
he
be-
was not.
What about Superboy?
Superboy was not.
It'd be cool to see Superboy. It'd be cool to see some
What
of them
about
youngins.
Aqualad? Was he in it?
He was not.
Oh, so
The
none-
only sidekicks that were in it were
Cyborg.
Cyborg, Raven, Nightwing, and it was 2 versions of Nightwing. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
That's the only
Wait, no Supergirl?
Super-
No Supergirl. Yeah,
Yeah,
no Supergirl.
Supergirl is in it now.
Yeah, she's in Injustice 2.
That's hella dope.
Okay.
I hope Zatanna's in it.
Zatanna was in the first one.
Yeah, but like not as like
But
as
she was DLC.
yeah. I hope she's a regular character.
I hope Jon Stewart is his own Green Lantern,
Me
and
too.
not
Darth
just a
Vader in
Green
it.
Lantern skin.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'd like to see multiple lanterns. I'd like to see Hal, John. What are you doing? Kyle would be.
Yeah.
I want to see like a bunch of different.
Kyle Rayner would be cool.
Yeah. I would like to see
Or
them all have
Kilowog.
different abilities. Oh, Kilowog would be. See, I would
Whoa.
rather, and I'm the hugest Kyle Rayner fan.
Yeah.
But
Kilowog would be a fun character to
That'd be
yeah,
play.
fun.
Kilowog
Yeah,
I think
he
would
would.
be way better in the because it would be different than the other two.
Most Def featuring Common.
Most
Yeah,
def
maybe a
featuring
Star
Common.
maybe a
Academy
Star
Award
Sapphire.
winner.
Sapphire would be cool, dude. She would be powerful as shit.
Yeah.
Can she
Wait,
fly?
was Starfire in the first?
Star Sapphire or Starfire?
Starfire.
Starfire can fly.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. Was she in the first one?
No.
No.
Okay. Ooh.
What if they had Red Hood, Arsenal, and Starfire?
Ooh, Arsenal would be dope. Was Arsenal in the first one?
No.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love how we only want the sidekick characters. I mean, I guess that's the only characters who weren't in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say those characters that we
Just a
didn't
whole,
get.
I just want all of Young Justice.
that young Just.
Yeah.
I want all of Teen Justice in it.
I had
Young
no.
Titans.
Them young Titans.
Young
Though.
Titans dog, Asada.
Sada.
I'm trying to think. Like, I think Darkseid is a playable character in this one. I'm not 100%
He's-
sure.
Comes
on
with the
that.
Ultimate
is, yeah.
Edition, yeah. He comes with the Ultimate.
Dude,
about-
what if Scorpion is in this or Sub-Zero?
He probably will be. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
there will be.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
Scorpion was in the first game.
Yeah.
Um,
Are they? Wait, did they confirm about bringing him back or?
I mean, I assume he's going to be in it. If Ed Boon has anything to do with it, I assume a Mortal Kombat.
it's a
character will be.
NetherRealms
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
This is a NetherRealms game.
So wait.
Yes.
Is Mortal Kombat the same universe as DC?
No, but it's
that's what I thought.
NetherRealms is the producer or the developer for both Mortal Kombat and
Right.
Injustice.
I want
Tight,
to see Yoda and
tight.
Darth Vader in this.
Dude, what if we-
Soul Calibur it up?
So did anybody else play the story besides me and Noel? I know you didn't, for sure.
I didn't.
Obviously. You did or didn't?
No, I didn't.
So the story in Injustice was freaking sick.
Yeah, it was super cool.
It was basically Superman goes rogue and like basically enslaves humanity.
Tight.
It's pretty dope. And then Batman forms like a team to stop him, but Batman's team gets totally decimated.
It's like you need to form like a Suicide Squad or something to take care of this metahuman problem, right?
Yeah, totally. So he kills everybody, right? And then they're like, okay, we don't know what to do. So basically, I guess Batman, I kind of forgot. Batman like goes to, or like,
It's like an Earth 2, right?
yeah, they basically grab like Earth 2 versions of the same characters, and then pull them into their Earth to stop
So did he
Superman.
punch a hole in the space-time continuum?
No, it wasn't Superboy Prime. But they
What?
so apparently I'm trying to figure out if there is there going to be
I
that,
want to play this. I kind of want to Twitch this and stream this.
I won't tell you any more of the story, but I'm trying to figure out like, are we still going to have those Earth 2 versions of the characters, or is it just the surviving
Yeah, I'm curious
ones from
as
that
to,
Dark Earth?
Yeah, I'm curious as to when this takes
Oh,
place,
you
or
think
if
like,
this
if,
is
like
even.
the continuity is still
Yeah.
the same? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You know what would be really cool? I will say this. What if we got to see a Heath Ledger Joker?
I would like to see the skin. I don't know if he deserves
be-
his own.
But no, I
playable
meant just
character,
like, yeah, just like as
a
a
skin.
skin.
Yeah, that'd
That'd
be
be
cool.
pretty cool. Like a bunch of different Jokers. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool, actually.
Different
Like all the
Joker
Jokers,
skins.
you get like a Jared Leto Joker. That'd be cool.
That'd be
pretty
interesting. That'd be interesting. Any other thoughts on Injustice?
No? I'm excited.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
move
just-
on.
We're blazing through these bitches like it won.
I mean,
none.
we're
Green Lantern Corps.
already 50 minutes
Lantern
in.
Corps.
Green Lantern Corps. So we can keep this one fairly brief. They just announced a short list for the actors that are currently
Hella
being considered.
boxers.
In 2020,
Does everybody know
date.
who that short list is? And this is
Yes.
just for Hal Jordan.
it
Go ahead.
is Bradley Cooper,
Tom
Ry-
Cruise.
Ryan Reynolds, Tom Cruise, Jake Gyllenhaal, and actually, I think that's it. There might be one
No,
more,
there's
but
one more.
Army Hammer.
Army Hammer. Thank
Army
you.
Hammer. For Hal Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a list.
I like Army Hammer.
I could see Army Hammer.
I like Army Hammer.
yeah,
a
I can
lot.
definitely see that.
I would not be opposed to seeing Ryan Reynolds. I'm not opposed to
Of
seeing
course
him at
Me
all.
either.
Of course not.
Tom Cruise, get the fuck out.
Tom Cruise is an immediate turn off. I was like, when I saw him on that list, I was like, what?
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
literally what?
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please
Bradley
don't do that.
Cooper,
Bradley,
or
I could see Bradley Cooper as Hal.
I almost think
Guys.
Bradley Cooper is my number one. Actually, I
Guys.
love Bradley Cooper.
Come on, man.
I feel.
You can't give Bradley Cooper and Ryan Reynolds a Marvel and a freaking DC.
Who cares? Who cares?
I don't care, but it's like, I kind of care too.
Bradley Cooper plays a raccoon, a CGI raccoon.
He's still someone.
No, let him
Danny,
act as
Danny,
a person.
Danny, he's still someone, okay?
That's like saying that Vin Diesel can't ever be a superhero again because
I'm not
he says
saying he can never
3
be
words.
a superhero. Right now, he's already invested in Marvel.
I think Army Hammer is a strong choice
No,
as well.
I think
I
Army Hammer
really like Army
specifically
Hammer.
because he's not really known for anything else other than
Yeah.
Social Network, the Social Network.
The social networking.
Yeah.
And I mean,
You know what? I feel.
what was that? What was that other one with?
The real
Lone
the
Ranger.
Lone Ranger, that
The
really
Lone
solid.
Ranger.
Oh, a solid piece of cinema, guys.
Just great, man.
Great A.
Great A,
Double
man.
A. Great S.
I forgot the name. It was so good.
Come on, dude.
I was gonna say I feel kind of bad for this younger generation who didn't grow up with like the classic Tom Cruise movies that got him famous.
Oh, yeah,
because
man.
those were actually great films.
Yeah, dude.
And he was really good in them.
I don't think that Tom Cruise makes bad decisions. I think the majority of the films he's in are good movies.
And they're all successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't particularly care for Tom Cruise as an actor or as a human.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a great guy.
I'm not.
But
I'm
from-
not sure of that. I have no reason to believe that.
I mean, I'm
That
just
could
trying
be
to be
questionable,
nice.
but we don't know.
You know,
him personally.
Danny's
don't know.
assuming positive intent.
I mean,
Hey,
Hey,
no, why don't you
positive-
text him, huh?
I will. I'll be like, hey, what's up, dog?
We've heard a lot of stories, but I just don't know if I could see
whatever.
him as Hal Jordan.
Yeah, I'm
That just
not sure about
seems
that.
foreign to me.
Yeah, I can't picture him as Hal Jordan. If you're talking like A Few Good Men, Tom
Oh,
Cruise,
man.
then yeah, I can see Hal Jordan. But like,
truth.
you can't handle the truth.
Oh yeah, man.
But
That's
So
classic.
good.
other than
So
that,
good.
like, I don't know. I
What
mean,
about Rain
a
Man?
combination of Top Gun Tom Cruise and A Few Good Men Tom Cruise, that would be Hal Jordan.
This has got to be a snarkier character. I think my
Risky
problem with-
business.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bisky Business.
My problem with Ryan Reynolds, and it's not that the previous Green Lantern movie, it's really not. Like, I actually fine with that. But he's a lot more quippy than Hal Jordan, I think, should be.
Mm-hmm.
Hal Jordan isn't like, he was playing Hal Jordan like Van Wilder, and I don't think that works for that character.
I imagine
It works for Deadpool.
if they have Hal and Jon Stewart in it, I imagine the dynamic will be that
Lethal
John is
Weapon,
the straight. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
Hal is-
yeah, total Lethal Weapon. Yeah, because if you think about it, what was Mel Gibson's character in Lethal Weapon? His name?
Riggs.
Riggs, and then who was the other guy?
Murtaugh.
So Murtaugh was the one that was he had already been in the force for
Straight
years.
man.
He was the straight man, and he was the one that was like he had a daughter. He was like on his last 7-year span of like, okay, dude, I just want to come in, eat donuts, get some coffee, and just arrest people. That's all I want to do. Okay,
If that much.
If I don't even know if I want to arrest people anymore. Okay? I don't want to wear a tie. I just want to come in, do my thing, and then leave. And then Riggs just keeps getting himself in these situations where he's like almost getting killed. Like
Several shootouts.
Yeah, like shootouts.
Why is your life so exciting?
I really would like to see that. Like, and that's why I think like we need someone who has that charm that Mel Gibson had. And like,
Yeah.
we can say what we want about him nowadays, personally, but Mel Gibson was an incredible character actor when he was younger.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Incredible.
he's talented.
Yeah,
for sure.
he was great. I don't know about. I don't see. Him
Quick
anymore,
note on that. Did you guys hear that there's going to be a Lethal Weapon reboot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, they made it into a show.
Oh, show.
Yeah.
Oh, a show.
They made it into a show.
Is it already happening?
Yeah,
or
it already happened.
Or it already happened?
Wait, are you referring to like a feature? Or you just in general?
I heard it was a reboot feature.
Okay, that's
I don't
something
know.
different.
I
Yeah.
never
Oh.
heard about this at all.
Okay, well, never mind. Well, the show already came out.
Yeah, I think it's first season's
it was
still happening.
it was one of the Wayans brothers, I believe.
Oh yeah, Damon Wayans Jr. is in it.
Yeah, one of the Wayans brothers was
Okay, well-
Murtaugh.
Just a quick note.
No, Damon Wayans Sr.
No, it was one of the younger ones. It wasn't the older one.
No, actually, it might have been senior.
No, it's the older
It's
one.
senior. Yeah,
Really?
it's the
Yeah,
dad.
Damon Wayans Jr. Wait. Damon Wayans Jr.? No? Who is Damon Wayans Jr.?
There's
Damon
so
Wayans
many.
Jr.'s coach, New Girl.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to piece that together. I was like, is his name Damon Wayans Jr.? I'm not sure.
No, it's senior then. Yeah, you're
his
right.
dad is in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, how many Wayans are there?
Like
that's a lot,
17.
dude.
All of them.
17.
a
There's
lot.
17?
All of
I
the
can
Wayans.
imagine there's probably 17 of them, but I meant like that we know of.
Oh, they're
we
only
know.
16.
Oh, got it.
Anyway, moving on.
Green Lantern's gonna be dope.
I'm excited for it.
I'm super excited because space is the final frontier. No, but space is gonna be tight.
It is the final frontier. You know,
Daddy's fish is.
your mind is actually the final frontier.
Stop it.
I'm excited for it, yeah. They're like,
Yes.
it's supposed to be Lethal Weapon in space with... So it sounds like Guardians of the Galaxy
That
except
sounds
with Green
dope,
Lantern.
man. I
I'm
want
with
to
it.
see that.
Hella
Lethal
stoked.
Weapons in space.
God, please, just.
You-
It sounds so ridiculous.
kids
just-
out there, if
just-
you haven't seen Lethal Weapon, look it up, man.
I mean,
Then imagine it in space.
It's R-rated.
I mean,
Yeah, just-
look it up if you're like over 10 years old. Don't look it up if you're under 10 years old.
Thank you,
That
Dad.
is not the age limit for rated R films.
I mean, but like it's a 90s film, so it's not like.
okay, let me
It's not like-
rephrase
it's
that.
not
We're
like
not,
rated
we're
R
not
now.
condoning it, but we're not going to condemn you
No,
for looking
look,
up Lethal Weapon.
The reason why I am condoning it. The reason why is because that is a classic buddy cop film, and you need to see that if you're interested in Green Lantern Corps. So whatever. But
Wait, are you condoning or condemning it?
I'm condoning it.
Condoning it. Okay.
I take full responsibility. Actually, I don't.
I don't care.
don't.
It's a movie. I'm not one of those people. I don't care.
Hey, man, it's a dope
Anyway.
movie. You should see it if you can. If you can't, who cares?
Also, on that note, watch Die Hard too.
Next topic. Any final thoughts on Green Lantern Corps?
Nope.
No.
Black Adam.
Sure, Black Adam is going to get a standalone movie.
Yeah, Jeff Johns said that this was his favorite meeting he's ever had.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Was this meeting with Dwayne
Oh,
The Rock?
absolutely.
So more so than the Flash?
Apparently.
Wow. That's incredible.
Oh man.
So-
Dude, Dwayne, I mean, it's Dwayne
I mean,
Johnson,
it's The
guys.
Rock.
Yeah, it's like, what do you... Do we
He can do
expect
anything.
anything less?
he is literally a human superhero.
Yep.
True.
The guy's just made a choice.
So they said that they're gonna split these.
He's made of choice.
All right.
He's so choice.
He's made of choice.
All right. No.
So they said that this movie's it's gonna be the meeting was initially about the Shazam movie, and the movie got split into two movies, Shazam and then Black Adam is getting his solo movie. Worth noting that DC is the only, not DC. DC is taking its time to give its bad guys their own movies. I can dig that. I actually really, really like that. And it sounds like they're going to make him more of an anti-hero rather than like a straight-up villain, which I think is a good idea because
It's
The
always a
Rock is a
smarter
likable,
idea.
likable dude.
Well, also, it seems like it would be a really great idea to build him up as a hero in his own movie and then give him the fall from grace and have him be the villain for Shazam. Like, talk about development.
Yeah.
The bad guy had his own movie, then you just focus on developing Shazam the entire film and then have Black Adam. He's already set up and totally like has a great origin and all that. So
There's an article that I had pulled up specifically for this topic, and someone was saying that we could see Black Adam and Shazam as soon as Aquaman. They said that they could cameo in Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
So, the one on the screen. Sorry, I think that might be.
Okay, so
Yep, the dead air. A lot
Sorry,
of dead air
guys.
there.
I'm really stoked to see it. I saw, I can't remember which artist did it, but I saw a really cool art piece with Black Adam and Shazam, and the gentleman who drew this picture made Shazam as Alan
Richson.
from Richson. No, you did right. Yeah, it's Ritchson from Blue Mountain State, and I thought it was really cool. I was like, you know what? That is like actually perfect. He has the bone structure. He looks just like, if you dyed his hair black, he looks just like Shazam. It's crazy, and he's like a big dude. So it's like, dude, just hire him. Just hire him. Do it.
Just hire the
Just
dude.
do it.
And you know he can play a man-child.
Yeah.
If you watch
There
Blue
you
Mountain
go.
State.
Yeah.
Man child.
It's great.
Shazam!
He's
Dude,
great, man.
if they put him as Shazam, that completely gives you another reason to go see a Justice League movie, because he is going to be hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
yeah.
my god, with Ben Affleck as Batman. Oh my god.
And Henry Cavill as Superman?
Henry Cavill as Superman, and then you have Alan Richardson as freaking Shazam. Oh my god.
Playing a 10-year-old in an adult's body.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh,
gold.
man.
That's gold. That's
That's
gold.
comic cool. The movie basically writes itself.
I can't wait to see him like react or interact with a character like Aquaman, who you
Oh
know
my
is going to
God.
be just like a brute.
Yeah.
He just doesn't say anything, just
Yeah.
makes noises.
Okay.
It's gonna be exciting. Do we have
Cool.
anything left to really
I
say
mean,
about this?
there's
No?
really nothing else
I
to
mean,
say.
Yeah,
pretty
it's just kind
straightforward.
of cool thing. What's the next one? That's
That
it.
is
Okay,
the
so
last one.
we before we actually close out, there's a David Ayer.
Oh, yeah.
Ayer.
So David Ayer posted something on Twitter that was very
Mm-hmm.
interesting, specifically about Suicide Squad, and you kind of feel for the guy here.
Yeah, for sure.
Noel's gonna go ahead and read it out.
So he says, I know it's a controversial film. I really tried to make something different with a look and a voice of its own. I took inspiration from the insanity of the original comics. Making a movie is a journey, not a straight line. I learned so much. People want what they want, and everyone has a personal vision of how each character should look and walk and talk. If you set out to make a mass appealing movie, it's easy to end up with vanilla, but I went for it. And I know Squad has its flaws. Hell, the world knows it. Nothing hurts more than to pick up a newspaper and see a couple of years of your own blood, sweat, and tears ripped to shreds. The hate game is strong out there. The movie was wildly successful commercially, and the world got introduced to some very cool characters in the DC universe, and that success is due exactly to the wonder and power of DC, of its characters. Would I do a lot of things different? For sure. Wish I had a time machine. I'd make the Joker the main villain and engineer a more grounded story. I have to take the good and bad and learn from it. I love making movies and I love DC. I'm a high school dropout and I used to paint houses for a living. I'm lucky to have the job that I have. I have to give the characters and stories plots they deserve next time, real talk. And no, there isn't a secret edit of the film with a bunch of Joker scenes.
Man, like seeing 2 years of your blood, sweat, and tears is ripped to shreds like that.
Yeah.
And I would have loved, like, that's what I wanted to see, is a more grounded version where the Joker is the main villain.
Yeah.
The biggest reason why I didn't like Suicide Squad that much, or like when we talked about the review, was Enchantress.
Yeah.
And how that was like just
It's
not
just
doing
weird.
it for me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Not a compelling villain, not a compelling story, not an original story particularly. And he even addressed that he messed up with the aesthetic of the characters, which was my number one issue, was that you built a universe with an entire roster of characters, and then every single one of them is your own vision and is like not super truthful to the original. And I'm not saying that it has to be like 100% accurate. It just needs to be truthful to the essence of the character.
Yeah.
And there was a lot that was fundamentally changed, and you know, like I have so much more respect. I never really didn't have respect for David Ayer. He's made great work prior to Suicide Squad, but I have an immense amount of respect for him for that post, because he addressed the shortcomings, and he addressed that he's like, hey,
He
like
took full responsibility.
I made some mistakes creatively here, and I understand that, and I see how important these characters are to you people, and I promise you I'm not going to give you something that is not exactly what you want in the future. And it's like you can see that I'm
It's
very
called professionalism.
yeah. But it's also owning up to creative choices that he made, and understanding those creative choices are one of the reasons why the movie didn't do as well, you know, wasn't as critically or commercially enjoyed by the audience. And I respect that, and I'm very excited to see Gotham City Sirens
Yeah, if
now
anything,
knowing
this is a little bit
Yeah.
more assurance, which I didn't
Yeah.
need particularly because I love David Ayer and I trust him. But like, absolutely, like he specifically said I would have made a more grounded movie.
Yeah.
So now that he has a second chance to make another DC movie, hopefully he will.
Yeah,
I don't see a reason why he wouldn't. He literally said the words, "I would have made the Joker the main villain." So I'm assuming if he gets that chance again, he might try to do that.
he has the chance. Gotham City Sirens, dude.
Might be tricky still.
Yeah.
Because the Joker is the perfect villain for Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Might not be for other people.
Yeah, we watched the whole video on what was it?
The Dark Knight. It's lessons from the screenplay.
Lessons from the screenplay. Yeah, and that the Joker may not be the best villain for every character.
He's just
And
he's just the antithesis of Batman. Which
Exactly.
is why it's literally you're watching you're looking at yin and yang.
the dichotomy between those two characters is
Another
so-
important lesson from that too is that, like Suicide Squad with Enchantress, I think I kind of figured out what bothered me about that is the fact that it's supernaturally based, and the threat was that the world was going to be destroyed, and you know that's not going to happen because, like in the same video, they explain you know that the world is not going to be destroyed because there's likely going to be sequels. There are going to be sequels, so that can't ever
No,
happen.
they're just gonna end the cinematic universe with this movie, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with Suicide Squad.
So.
with 12 other movies that have been announced.
But then, like with something a little more grounded, if the threat was just like in the Dark Knight, 2 fairies are about to be blown up, you don't know because the 2 fairies can be blown up, and the movie could end that way. You know, so the threat is real. You feel the weight of that decision. So with Suicide Squad, when Enchantress is threatening to destroy that whole city or that whole world, that seems
It's because we didn't see the world. We
Yeah.
had zero reason to fear for the world because we never
and
ever
you
saw
feel
it.
like detached from that
Yeah.
because the scale is so massive. You don't feel like the city, the world is dying. You don't feel that the people are dying.
Exactly.
because there were no people in the city. That was the problem.
We didn't see
Interesting.
any people.
all we saw was the squad.
Yo, squad up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Purple Lamborghini.
yeah. Super
Mercy.
interesting stuff. Any final thoughts on that?
No.
No.
I mean, I think I feel like I've kind of already said how I feel about Suicide Squad. And
I've said my piece.
I kind of already knew that David Ayer was a really cool guy. He's the kind of person that you can just tell. I didn't know that he came from that kind of background personally, and that even gives me more of a reason to feel relatable to him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I do have a day job. I have a like a kind of a life where I have responsibility, and I can totally relate to that. And it's really cool to see that someone who has technically, in in the eyes of someone in our position, right? Like this guy's made it.
Yeah.
But just because you made it doesn't necessarily mean you made it.
Right.
Like you still have to.
You still have to
You're
make
still
it.
under
You
a
gotta prove
microscope.
yourself.
Yeah, you are constantly under a microscope, and you have to take that truly to face value. I mean, don't lose sleep over it, but truly, I mean, to a certain extent, obviously, but with great power comes great responsibility. That kind of thing, and that for me, it's like it's just another just another reminder of like,
Yeah.
hey, look. You can go where you want to go, but your circumstances because of the choices that you made, whether you knew there were going to be mistakes or not.
Right.
And that's okay. That's just part of living. It's just part of life, professionally and personally. And it's cool to see that he's human.
Yeah,
I feel
most
like
definitely.
you definitely can definitely see people like David Ayer or these, for me at least, like David Fincher is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite directors of all time. But I feel very detached from him because I look at his product, I'm like, my God,
How is it so good?
how did you do that? Like, I don't know. And it's like you can't relate to it. You can relate to how beautiful it is, and that you want to be that. You
But you don't-
want to strive towards that.
but you don't have a
can't.
connection
There's
to
this
Fincher.
huge gap, and it's awesome to see someone of his stature close that gap. Not even just on like our levels, but on a massive level. Say,
Dude.
hey, look, I'm still human, guys. I screwed up, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
try harder.
The climb to the top of the mountain. The top of the mountain isn't a flat ground platform.
Nope.
It's a constant slope. It's like trying to go up a down escalator.
And it's hella windy up there, so you got to keep your balance.
It's hella windy.
We kind of deal with the same thing on a smaller scale with YouTube, even though it doesn't feel small. It feels like we're always under a microscope. We can do a great video like Flash versus Quicksilver, but if we do something that people don't like, they will definitely tell us. Like, people constantly tell us without asking, like on Twitter or something, just like, hey, I really like Flash versus Quicksilver. I didn't like first-person Iron Man. Thank you.
Okay.
Note taken.
Awesome.
Taken.
I don't know.
Cool.
I mean,
That-
I already figured that out myself before uploading it, but you know, it's cool.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
I did not like Power Rangers versus Voltron. Cool. That's a whole year's worth of work down the drain.
Super specific. Thank you.
It's just like, cool. Good thing. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Good thing I lost so much sleep.
Yeah.
Danny, poor Danny.
Yeah, there was a lot of suffering through that video, but you know, but like, so where I'm going with that is like, I feel like on a smaller scale we can empathize. I can only imagine
Oh my God.
the amount of hate that the poor guy got
He's
because
just got
DC
such a good attitude about it. My God.
DC fans, comic and geek fans in general can be so mean and brutal sometimes. We can have the greatest fan base in the world, but god dang, sometimes people can be so
Mean.
judgy and unaccepting.
Yeah,
And
just-
it's like, you know, sometimes you need that in order to grow, but gosh, I do not envy being in that position to
Yeah.
get on such a global scale.
It's like, I sure wish you would have asked me before you said that.
Oh my
Imagine
gosh.
being Zack Snyder.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Imagine, yeah. Like, if that was me, I would lose sleep.
I wonder if his kids are like homeschooled.
I can imagine.
Because that would suck if they found like the kids at school
Yeah.
found out that their dad is Zack Snyder and they're like heavy DC fans. That's not a pretty picture, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would homeschool my children.
All right, so last topic before we close out comes from Patreon.
Patreon.
So this comes from Sean Stubblefield, and he has
Sup, Sean?
donated to our Patreon
Thanks,
and
Sean.
asked us to discuss a specific topic. He gave us a few topics. The one that we're going to start with is, excuse me, The Matrix as a superhero narrative and how the sequels could have explored that. Excuse me. So yeah, that's the topic he would like us to discuss. So let's dive right in. Who would like to start?
What was the question one more time?
Sorry. So it's basically a topic, not necessarily a question. So The Matrix as a superhero narrative and how the sequels could have explored that. So
What is a superhero narrative?
I think
Like the journey of a hero, as in the Odyssey? Is that a superhero?
no. I think he's
No.
I think he's referring
Like,
to like,
is he saying like? Is he saying Is he asking if we see a superhero narrative in the Matrix, or is he asking what would the Matrix be like with a super narrative, and how could they explore that in the sequels?
The latter.
Okay.
I think that's how I interpreted that
I feel like
question.
it's the former. I feel like he's saying the Matrix is a superhero narrative. How could they have explored that further? Because it is a man who has superpowers who saves the day.
Yeah.
So I guess it could be seen as a
He is the
superhero
one who
narrative.
fulfills the prophecy.
So I think if we're looking at it through that lens, right?
Okay.
Even if you don't believe that, believe that's what it is. If you're looking at it through that lens, how would you? I guess how do you think they could have explored that further, or how do you think it fell through, or worked or did not work as a superhero narrative, quote unquote?
If they wanted to do a superhero narrative with that, the first thing I would have done was not make Neo the one. I would make everyone have powers. Maybe Neo can have the most powerful powers, but I would make everyone have powers. That would make more sense to me.
But doesn't everyone kind of
They kind of do,
have
but like they don't
powers?
got powers like Neo. Like they
That's what you're saying, though.
No. He's
Like,
I
everyone
understand what
will
he's saying.
fly.
Like he has. There is such a large gap.
yeah.
Like Neo
Yeah.
obviously is the most powerful, and he's saying that there wouldn't be such a large gap. There would be a gap, but not necessarily such a large
Like
gap.
everyone
there'd
else
be
can dodge bullets like he
some
could.
kind of ensemble, right? Like the way that they do, let's say Marvel, like Civil War, the Avengers.
Okay.
So something like that. Whereas, yes, you can Morpheus and what was her name?
Trinity.
Trinity can tap into their psyche to a certain extent where they can do stuff. Trinity and Morpheus, but they're also the ones that trained Neo to tap into that. I don't even know what it is, but the thing.
Your computer.
Basically,
Matrix.
break the fourth wall of the
Yeah,
Matrix.
Exactly. So
It's like lucid dreaming within the Matrix, I guess you could
Yeah.
say, like something like that.
So, and then he would tap that and do this. But when he tapped that,
Tap that.
okay. I'm sorry. I just walked right into that one. When he tapped into the Matrix,
Yeah.
that idea, he became so much more powerful than everybody else. And that was for me, I don't know, man. Like the Matrix was really awesome, but I felt very detached from that story. To even like
was
in
visceral.
the very first one too. I was just like, this
I
is
didn't
like
think so.
I don't know, man. Like just like the color scheme and the cinematography, the set. I was just like, but like mind you, I watched this when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I was like, this is like
I feel like the first Matrix runs much deeper than that, and especially playing into the action. This is a prime example of how to do action without it just being spectacle. It's
Yeah.
story-driven action.
Exactly.
Each battle that Neo fights is a battle for his, I guess, acceptance and his proving himself, basically, because
Proving
he's
himself
lost.
to himself and to Morpheus.
Yes, both, but mainly for himself.
Yeah.
Because when he fights Agent Smith, every time Agent Smith has the upper hand and he's one step ahead, and Neo himself doesn't believe that he can defeat Agent Smith. But by the end of the final battle in the office building or whatever, the lobby.
It was like at a train station.
Oh yeah, train station. That I was thinking of another battle, but no, it's same thing. Same principle applies. Like every time he fights someone, you can see that the way he struggles, he starts at the bottom rung and he works his way up to earn that victory at the end. And when he's fighting Agent Smith for the final battle, he himself, you can see where the battle shifts, where in his mind he believes that he can do it and he defeats him. Like
Stopping the bullets. was
yeah,
the first
exactly. That was the first step to him
Yeah.
believing that he could do anything that he wanted to do.
Yeah.
thing. Becoming a superhero.
Yeah, and you can see it in his expressions, his reactions. His reactions were really important because you can see what he's thinking throughout the whole battle. When he stops the bullets, he didn't just stop the bullet. He stopped the bullets, and he was surprised that he could do it. He picked it up out of
was
the
like-
air, and he was, yeah.
And he's just like,
I'm not articulating it
No, I
very
get what you're saying.
well, but like there are specific video essays online too
Yeah.
talking about this.
I can definitely see it as a superhero narrative because it could be telling the story of what
Overcoming your fears and your obstacles.
yeah, of a hero's journey. I did not care for the second or the third movie personally, so I don't really give too much merit to the second or third movie personally, just because I didn't really enjoy them, and I thought they just got a little too campy and weird. They were fun. I thought the second one was
I feel like
fun.
that was spectacle just for spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially like the highway scenes in 3?
Yeah.
Like
The second one, I think.
That was,
Oh,
that was
sec-
pretty low.
second
That was
Second
pretty
one,
loaded,
yeah, with the twins. It just started getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Morpheus he took out a samurai sword and then cut an SUV in half or something.
That was just
I was like
they
hold
got
on.
a bigger budget and they wanted to do crazier things.
He goes,
How
wait,
does
hold
that
on.
help the narrative?
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
serve the story, which is a big problem, I think. Which is why I know this is a little off topic, but circle around with me. When they said that Deadpool's budget was going to be super low, they were going to do it, but it was going to be super low. I was like, good. Because now you're not going to have budget getting in the way of story. Story needs to be key if the budget is low. Because you don't have all this crap to lean on if your story sucks. So you got to make sure the story is excellent. And that is my biggest fear with Deadpool 2 is that that's going to happen. They're going to put too much money into it and it's going to muddy up the narrative. But back to The Matrix, that feels like what happened with 2 and 3. But it did feel like it could have been a superhero narrative. But to be honest, it felt more like religious parallels to me. It felt like it was very much...
There was.
Yeah, there was a lot of Jesus Christ
It
parallels.
only felt that way because it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It is.
In the first movie, it was a little more subdued, but in the second and specifically the third movie, it
Just straight
really
up.
just smack you in the face
Yep.
with that sort of thing. So that was very interesting. I always kind of saw it more as being a religious affair as opposed to
That's what I would do then.
a discovery of faith.
I would separate the religious aspects and parallels to make it more superhero.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of superheroes that are based in
Yeah, but they're
Religious
but,
Superman.
yeah.
The Man of Steel has a lot of Man of Steel and Dawn of Justice both have
Quite-
a lot
quite-
of
quite
parallels
the
to
religious.
Christianity.
True.
I was talking about comic books, not movies, but like
Oh, yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was I always thought it was just more and what's the word I'm looking? Not an awakening, but
An enlightening.
an enlightenment. Yeah, it was sort of like an enlightenment sort of thing, like
Yeah.
a retelling of a religious story as opposed to telling you a story about a larger than life superhero. A superhero
what
I
you're
feel is
saying.
like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a man. But when you do those religious parallels, you're saying that this person is more than a man. And at the end of Matrix Revolutions, it was like he kind of died for the sins of humanity and squared the conflict with the machines. So now they're like, there's peace because of his sacrifice, right?
Yep.
So that doesn't feel like a superhero journey to me. That feels like personally.
like a prophet.
Yeah, it sounds like a prophet.
Messiah, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like the story of a religious prophet. So, not that each could be need to be different, but it felt different. To me.
I
Yeah.
get you. I get
I
you.
feel like to a certain extent it needs to be a little bit different. Of course, yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be like right on the nose. I mean, there were so many occasions and so many scenes, especially like in the back end of the second one and the third one. The like was just like, oh yeah, he's sacrificing himself. It's like, oh, hey guys, is he sacrificing himself?
Question for you guys:
Yeah.
Yeah.
what do you consider a superhero movie? Is Watchmen a superhero movie? Is V for Vendetta a superhero movie?
V for Vendetta is not a superhero movie, not in my opinion.
I would consider Watchmen a superhero.
I would
movie.
consider Watchmen a superhero movie.
Okay.
Yes.
Is Logan
Watchmen.
a superhero movie?
I haven't seen
I
it
haven't
yet.
seen it yet.
Yes. I consider Logan a superhero movie because they have superpowers.
Okay. I mean, Neo has superpowers,
Yeah.
right?
So
In the computer world, Matrix.
yeah, in that context, I like explaining it from my perspective. I would consider that a superhero type movie.
So looking at
So
the
wait,
Matrix,
Would you consider Avatar a superhero
Exactly.
movie?
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. So in the
The
sense
Last
of
Airbender or
No,
no,
Avatar.
Avatar.
James Cameron.
Jim Cameron, yeah.
they don't have powers. They're just a different species.
Well, he's
As that
technically-
species, he's capable of different things.
Yeah,
than
he's
he is as a
capable
human.
of
I don't
heightened.
consider that a superhero movie.
no,
at
that's an
all.
alien movie.
Okay.
That's a
So-
sci-fi.
So
But he has
would Man of
heightened-
Steel be an alien movie or a superhero movie?
yeah, dude.
It's both. Because in Man of Steel, in that universe, it's implied that other characters that are human have powers. Mm-hmm. So I would if it's a story of just
It's implied in Man of Steel. I didn't get that
no, they
implication.
didn't imply that in Man of Steel that there are other people.
didn't they have
powers.
like news reports of like
No.
what am I thinking of?
Dawn of Justice, probably.
That might be Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Meta. They would say meta human. After Man of
Metal
after,
human.
Yeah, after Superman did that thing in Metropolis, meta humans just keep popping up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about Man of Steel, now that we're on that subject, if you look at Man of Steel and then you look at like Prometheus, you see how the ships kind of resemble each other.
Mm-hmm.
The garb looks kind of the same, like, and that for me that was what was really interesting. I was like, that's one of the reasons why I fell so in love with it, was because it was so sci-fi looking.
The movie was
It
hella
was
sci-fi.
so cool.
I think tone plays a lot into what you consider a superhero movie, because if you think about music, for example, country music by definition is a genre of music that is meant to tell stories from start to finish. But there's a lot of songs in other genres that tell stories from start to finish too.
Also true. Yeah, that is true.
it's
It just,
parallel.
Tone definitely plays a lot
just
into
depends
that.
on the
course.
tone and the way you execute.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Because in this day and age, like different genres bleed into each other all the
Yeah.
time, and that's fine. Like that's just how it is now. There's no straight, superhero, sci-fi, alien, whatever.
That is true.
it feels like, to me, considering The Matrix to be a superhero story would feel like not fan fiction. That's not the right word, but it seems like it would be
An alternate fact.
yeah. It seems like it would be like reading
Stop.
into the film, interpreting it your own way. That would
Yeah.
be your interpretation.
Yeah, because
Right.
I can interpret
Yeah.
Matrix as a sci-fi movie too.
I don't think there's.
Well, there's no dispute.
Yeah,
Like, it's
disputing.
just straight up sci-fi.
That's the thing. I think there's no dispute that it's a sci-fi movie, but one can argue that it is a superhero movie, but that's all you can do is you can argue it.
Can you dispute it?
I think you can dispute it, but I think you also can't dispute it at the same time.
I feel like the reason why you can't dispute it. Stop that. The reason you can't dispute it is because he's technically going into another realm, so to speak.
Yeah.
To get these
Well,
so-called
I think it's
powers.
disputable with the superhero thing, because your definition of what superhero is can change between people. But with science fiction, it's literally a piece of fiction based in science. And The Matrix has machines and technology that doesn't
and in a
exist in our world.
post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, so
Right.
that's by definition science fiction.
Of course, yeah. Oh no, there's no question.
Because then
that it
you
was
can
sci-fi.
draw your own parallels and your own themes, and interpret it your own way, depending on what your definition of superhero is.
Yeah, for sure. No, good point.
I think the big question here is, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about The Matrix? Do you think that there are superhero parallels in it, in that story, or are there not? Bless you.
Never again.
And what do you think about all the other topics we spoke about? What do you think about Logan? What do you think about the Power Rangers trailer? Bless you. What do you think about
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi? What do you think about everything that we spoke about? Give us your opinions below on everything, or on one or two things.
Yes.
Before we close out,
Real quick,
Go ahead.
I really urge everyone out there, especially the younger audiences watching this, to go and watch the first Matrix movie and really. I mean, if you haven't seen it before, just enjoy it and then watch it again, looking at the story structure and how they build up the protagonist in that, because
Yeah.
it is one of the best examples in modern cinema of the journey of a hero.
Agreed.
Cool.
They did it really well.
yeah, definitely. Any last thoughts?
I have a thought. What is this box here?
So our manager and good pal, John Carl,
JC.
over at Whiskey and Waffles on YouTube, and make sure to go follow him on Twitter. And he's at the John Carl on Twitter. He's
He's the John Carl.
the John Carl,
Holy
the
shit.
the dopest dude around. He's the
Yeah.
one who helps us get all the brand deals and helps basically keep our channel running.
Pretty much.
He sent us this
Love you,
box.
bro.
I think it's Christmas gifts. Oh, if you're one of the people who did like Power Rangers versus Voltron, he's basically the one who assembled our entire cast.
Yep.
Almost
So
the entire
thank or
cast.
blame him. No.
So let's open this guy up. Wait, does somebody else want to do the honors?
No,
No,
you
no,
can
go ahead,
do
dude.
it, dude. You're fine. I already cut it.
Yeah, you did. I don't know.
There's a lot of packaging.
There
here.
is a lot of packaging.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
What is that?
Oh,
I
I
see
can't
something.
see. I can't see anything.
All right, so Jeremy, look away and then just reach in and then pull this out.
Okay. Is it multiple things?
It's just pull out one thing, and then Noel, I need you to pull out the other thing.
Oh my God! Ha!
Amazing.
That is
Funny that I picked
awesome.
out the Red Ranger. So what's in the box is what's in the box? Mighty Morphin Power Ranger collectible figures, and this looks like the straight up, like original run from Bandai.
Yep. I got.
So he sent us a note. He said, Danny, it felt very appropriate to send these your way when going through a bunch of my stuff from when I was a kid. Make sure they find a spot in the new studio. Here's to a momentous 2017. Best, John Carl.
Thanks,
Freaking
John.
love you, John. This
Love
is
you, dude.
awesome.
This is
so
so cool. Oh my God!
Thanks, John. We appreciate it, man.
So
we love you.
when I was
Go ahead, bro.
Gotta see it.
so when I was 1 on my first birthday, my aunt in Hawaii gave me a present that I still have today with me. It's a stuffed Red Ranger.
Nice.
And it's been through a lot.
It was technically your second birthday, but whatever, dude.
Oh my gosh. These are OG, John. These are
hella
from
OG, dude.
1993.
Yeah,
Holy
man.
crap.
Look at $3, dude.
Damn.
That's awesome.
$3.
JC, holy crap, man. This is awesome. Do not open these. These have literally not been opened.
I've already opened it. And I'm like, wait, what?
You're like playing with
These
it.
haven't
Wait,
been
what?
opened in 23 years.
Damn.
Almost 24.
Yo, mint
Oh my
condish.
gosh.
Hella mint condition.
Yeah.
Hella Yorkies.
That's awesome. Shout out to
York
you, JC. You're the man.
Thank you, John.
Young JC. You have to address him by his full title, Young John Carl.
Young John Carl. Everybody tweet at the John Carl and say,
Young
thanks,
John
John
Carl."
Carl. Hashtag Young John Carl.
Yep.
Yes.
He'll love that.
He will
He'll
love it.
appreciate it immensely.
Yes. Tell him we sent.
If you guys are going to be in the Long Beach, Los Angeles area-ish, that Southern California area, and you want to come see us at Long Beach Comic Expo, we will be there. We will have a panel, and we're going to be in the biggest room they have, the Rumble Room. So please, God, show up.
Please. The Rumble Room.
Oh my
Get ready
gosh.
to rumble.
Oh, that would be so embarrassing if nobody showed up.
Yeah.
So please come to our panel. Come meet us. We're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to be giving away a ton of crap. A lot of our Nightwing the Series merch that we have left over. That's stickers and T-shirts and posters and stuff. Maybe even a DVD if we have
Lions
it.
and bears and tigers, oh my.
Flory.
If we can print out some actual Ismahawk gear before then, we'll bring that stuff too. Maybe we'll bring some other cool, neat stuff to give away to you guys. Maybe a Voltron helmet. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we'll have stuff to give away. You can come meet us, come hang out, and yeah, check out the panel. Thanks for tuning into the show, guys. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at Danny Lechef. Jeremy's at Jeremy Lee with 3 Ys. Noel's at Noel the Chef. Tony is at Walk On Tony. And on Instagram, I'm Danny Lechef, Walk On Tony, at Jeremy Lee with 3 Ys, and now you. And like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Ismahawk. Check out our Reddit. We're trying to be more active on there. And last thing, I know a lot of you guys are starting to, I said last time that we want to build a community, and everybody really got excited and started running with that, and then started like opening up all these other social medias for everybody to gather on. But now, that's a great idea, but now everybody's fragmenting. So let's all try to consolidate in one area. I think the Reddit is going to be the best area for everybody to meet in because it is very much a forum. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. You can use the app or the other
YOLO.
Facebook if you want, but it just seems like it will be more consolidated to use the Reddit. So let's all go there. And on that note, support us over on Patreon. We love you guys. Bye.
Love you.
At Noel the Chef.
The chef.
Why don't you change your Twitter to No2 as well?
Let's get ready to rumble.
What the fuck was that?
That was my response to your question.
Wait, Noel?
What?
Hello?
Stupid.
I'm out of here. Get me out of here.